Thanks for being with us, Jean. Bashar al-Assad said he wouldn't meet President Erdogan until Turkey withdraws its forces. Of course, we're talking just about delegations from the foreign ministry this week. But is there a limit, do you think, to this rapprochement?
Yes, I mean, it's important to say that the effort to reconcile the two neighbors is at a technical stage. I mean, that's the way at least the Turkish foreign ministry is describing these latest talks. But at the same time, the Turkish side has made it clear that it wants a full rapprochement. Erdogan himself said earlier this year that he was hoping to meet with Assad personally to, as he put it, pour oil on troubled waters. The fact that the Syrians have made it clear that they would first like to see withdrawal does indicate how difficult that task is. Turkey occupies a huge amount of territory right across its border in northern Syria, both in areas where Kurds and Arabs have been active. And withdrawal from those areas is a major and would be a long-running process. So it does indicate that such a full rapprochement is a ways off yet.
And of course, the presidential election is just a few weeks away in Turkey. Is this feeding into the campaign?
It's definitely seen as a part of it. Opinion research shows that most Turks do approach a new policy towards Syria. That stems mainly from their unhappiness over the number of Syrian refugees who are still in Turkey. It's about 4 million. And they've become very much a political issue in this election. So Erdogan, by extending a hand, is signaling to voters that he is making an effort to come to some kind of conclusion in this, bring this crisis to some kind of conclusion, which he says will help with the return of Syrians. So the election is set for May 14th. At the very least, he wants to make it seem as if there is progress being made until that date.
And of course, we've got the foreign ministry delegation from NATO member Turkey sitting around the table today with their counterparts from Iran and Russia, two countries that the United States, of course, is trying very hard to isolate. Do you think this will put further strain on Turkey's ties with the US and Europe?
You know, it's possible, but those relations are strained over a number of other issues. This is just one more issue that has caused problems in the past. In some ways, I think the West has come to accept that Turkey, vis-a-vis Syria, is willing and happy to engage with both Russia and Iran. They remain on opposite sides of the conflict in Syria, but have crafted this complex partnership in which they are able to negotiate and talk. And this has been a wish of Russia in particular for a long time, for Turkey to meet and make peace with the Syrian side. So I think that this is something that, you know, the U.S. has in recent months said that it sees no reason to talk to Syria and urges its allies not to. At the same time, this doesn't come as any kind of surprise for Washington.
Might this pave the way for higher level talks further down the road? Might we see President Erdogan, Putin, Raisi all together?
It's possible. I mean, the Iranian and Russian and Turkish leaders have met quite frequently, actually, in recent years. The fact that would they invite Assad to the table as well? I mean, that remains to be seen. I think there's still a lot of work to be done before Turkey and Syria can fully reconcile. But I think all sides would be very much willing to suggest that that's in the offing.
Jean, thank you very much indeed.